100 years ago in England, on a desolate road, nearly 70 miles from London, a young woman trudged along on a pitch-dark night. She had no companions. She was headed towards a nearby large town, carrying a heavy burden on her body, having come from far away. The surroundings were shrouded in thick fog, causing her to lose track of the path at times. Yet, she didn't stop walking. Her body grew increasingly numb. Her shoes had cut into her feet, causing them to bleed. She could barely walk with her wounded feet, but she had to keep moving. She had to reach the town before she collapsed. Somehow, she dragged her body forward, driven by the need to survive. Through the veil of fog, she noticed a faint light from a moving lantern. She quickened her pace, hope flickering within her. She no longer thought of herself. Now, she wanted to save her unborn child with the help of others, but she could no longer walk. Uttering a faint cry, "Oh mother," she collapsed to the ground, groaning in unbearable pain. She tried to crawl forward, her hands groping in the dirt, but eventually, she lost consciousness and lay there in the middle of the road, her body smeared with dust and blood. Moments later, the lantern's light reached her, casting its glow over her entire body. Realizing the gravity of the situation, the owner of the lantern swiftly lifted the young woman onto his shoulders and set off towards the town. In a dark alley at the edge of the town stood a dilapidated, abandoned house. On the wooden door was written, "Orphanage." The dying woman was brought there. The man hurriedly placed her on the veranda and rushed to call the doctor from the orphanage. His shouts brought Sally, an elderly orphan woman, running. Out of necessity, Sally occasionally worked as a midwife. The unconscious young woman was eventually taken to Sally's small room. After applying warm compresses to her hands and feet, the woman slowly regained consciousness. The doctor left her in Sally's care and went to another room. A little later, a child was born. The young mother's pale lips trembled. In a faint voice, she said, "Bring her to me. Let me see my child before I die." With great effort, she lifted her head from the pillow and pressed her face to her newborn's forehead before collapsing. The doctor came and checked her pulse, then said, "It's all over." There was no one to mourn the dead. So, the doctor covered the body and left. Before leaving, he asked Sally, "She was a pretty girl. Where did she come from?"